Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on Hollywood to see how artificial intelligence has pretty much jumped off the movie screen, where it used to be just a sci-fi trope, and landed right on set. It's become this essential tool that's really changing how our favorite movies get made.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to trace the entire journey of a film. From the very first spark of an idea to the script, all the way to the big red carpet premiere. And at every single step, we'll uncover how AI is shaking things up.
All right, let's dive right in. Before we get into all the nitty-gritty details, let's just set the stage a little. What kind of filmmaking are we really talking about here? Yeah, we're not just talking about any movie, we're talking about the blockbusters, the massive globe-spanning productions that rely on gigantic crews, incredibly expensive gear, and logistics that are just, mind-bogglingly complex just to bring these worlds to life.
Okay, so here's the absolute key thing to keep in your head as we go through this. AI in Hollywood isn't about replacing people. It's not about firing writers and directors. You should think of it more like a new kind of co-pilot, a really powerful tool that's designed to amplify the imagination of storytellers.
So how does a movie actually get made? Well, it all kicks off in pre-production. This is a super critical phase where a film can, believe it or not, succeed or fail before a single camera even starts rolling. In pre-production, it really all boils down to three huge things: getting the script and story right, casting the perfect actors, and nailing down the budget and schedule. And now, AI is stepping into each one of these areas to make them smarter, more efficient, and hopefully minimize those huge financial risks while maximizing the creative side of things. So look, these AI tools aren't replacing writers, they're becoming their new best friends for brainstorming. Just imagine you're a writer, you're stuck on a scene, and bam, you've got an AI that can suggest a bunch of compelling plot twists. Or maybe you're using a tool like Pseudo-Write to punch up some dialogue that feels a little flat. It can even analyze a script against a massive database of hit movies to figure out what really clicks with audiences. Now, this is where you see a huge shift. Casting has always been this mix of art and intuition, right? But now AI is bringing cold, hard data into the room. You've got platforms like Cinelytic that can crunch the numbers on an actor's entire box office history and literally predict how much money they could bring in for a specific movie. It's all about turning a creative gut feeling into a much smarter financial bet. Okay, so the film gets the green light. We're on set, and this is where AI's impact becomes incredibly visual. It's actually changing the very definition of what a movie location even is. Forget flying the whole crew to a remote desert. Actors are now performing in front of these enormous curved LED screens. And these screens, they're displaying these just stunning photorealistic environments that are all generated by AI and powered by game engines like Unreal Engine. It means a director can change a landscape from a desert to a futuristic city with just a few keystrokes. It's amazing. And this quote right here, this points to one of the most talked about uses of AI in special effects: de-aging. We're literally watching actors bend time on screen, convincingly playing their characters at completely different stages of life. So here's a perfect example of how it worked for Robert De Niro in The Irishman. An AI was basically fed hours and hours of his early films. It learned how his face moved, how he emoted, how he aged. And then it digitally stripped decades off his face, allowing him to play the same guy across different eras. This kind of thing used to require casting different actors or burying someone in tons of makeup. All right, filming is a wrap. Now, editors and sound designers have this mountain of footage, hundreds of hours of it, and they have to assemble it into a story. And you guessed it, AI is there to help with that too. In the editing suite, AI is like the ultimate assistant. Imagine an AI that can automatically log and sort all that footage, even flagging the best takes based on things like facial expressions or how a line was delivered. It can even whip up a rough cut of a scene based on the script, giving the human editor a starting point in minutes, not days. And tools like Adobe Sensei, they can automate really complex tasks like color correction or cleaning up audio, getting rid of background noise with a click. All this just frees up the editor to focus on what they do best: the storytelling, the pacing, the emotion. So you've made a great film, but that means nothing if nobody sees it. So let's take a look at how AI is making sure that a finished movie actually finds the right audience in what is a very, very crowded marketplace. Yeah, the days of one trailer fits all are pretty much over. AI now analyzes tons of viewer data from social media and streaming to create different versions of a movie trailer. So if you're someone who loves action movies, you're going to see the cut with all the explosions. If you're more into romance, you'll get the version focused on the love story. It's hyper-targeted marketing. And this right here,
This is the secret sauce for platforms like Netflix. Their algorithms are so powerful, they don't just see what you watched, they analyze how you watch it. When did you pause? What scenes did you rewatch? What did you skip? All of that data builds this incredibly unique taste profile just for you, which lets them serve up recommendations that are, well, almost impossible to resist. Okay, we're now getting into the really futuristic stuff. And frankly, this is where the most ethically complex questions start to pop up. Where that line between a tool and a creator really starts to get blurry. Now, this is still a developing technology, for sure, but tools like OpenAI's Sora give us a little peek into a future where filmmaking could be radically different, maybe even democratized. I mean, imagine creating a whole short film just by typing out a description of the scenes you want to see. And this is where it gets really complicated. The whole idea of digital resurrection, using advanced CGI and AI to bring deceased actors back to the screen, it just opens up a Pandora's box of ethical questions, doesn't it? I mean, where's the line? Who gives consent for an actor's likeness to be used after they're gone? And that new digitally created performance, who owns that? So what's crystal clear is that with all this incredible new power comes some really significant challenges. The entire industry is wrestling with these issues as we speak. You've got unions, studios, artists. They're all in this high-stakes conversation, trying to figure out how to embrace innovation while still protecting jobs and, basic artistic integrity. When it comes down to it, the consensus, at least for now, seems to be that AI is going to remain a powerful tool to assist human artists, not replace them. The director's vision, the writer's voice, the actor's performance, those are still the magic ingredients at the heart of storytelling. It's a pretty provocative thought, isn't it? And it really makes you wonder just how far this creative partnership between humans and machines is going to go. The only thing we know for sure is that the credits on our favorite films are about to get a whole lot more interesting.